Hey, what's up, guys? You know who here, with a really quick video, and I mean quick, because I want to tell you about two separate things, alright? Two quick news items. The first, for any of you who would like to listen and watch, I just now finished a 2-hour live interview with Jimmy Church, host of Fade to Black, as well as Coast to Coast, which I'm sure many of you have heard of. So, this was my first interview ever, where I actually had someone having me on their show and asking me questions about myself. So, I thought it went great, really cool guy. If you want to go listen, it was just live, but it is replaying on his YouTube channel. So, check out the link in the video description and come back and tell me what you think and show him some love. He'd appreciate that. It was a real fun interview, and maybe it'll give you a better idea of me, how I think, how I live, and maybe that I'm not such a bad guy or a CIA shill, as I've heard I've been called. And with that, we do have another bit of a strange story here that someone just emailed me that apparently occurred over southern Illinois and western Kentucky, where a mystery radar blip appeared on screen and they didn't know what it was, and then they thought they knew what it was, and then realized that no, we really don't know what it was. So according to the article here, a mystery that riled the tri-state Monday night had been solved, or so we thought, when large storm-like blips flashed across radar in the southern Illinois and western Kentucky area. The National Weather Service was stunned. Well, because it wasn't raining, not a single drop. All kinds of bizarre guesses flared up on social media. A flock of birds, aliens, residue that the government uses to control the weather. I guess it could have been any of those, but from a tweet from Eyewitness News meteorologist Wayne Hart on Tuesday morning, he seemingly cleared up the fog. Citing an unnamed pilot, he said that the Evansville Air Traffic Control claimed that a military C-130 had released a stream of chaff over the skies, and chaff basically is a radar jamming material sometimes used during training exercises a few miles northwest of Evansville. So picture a plane flying and then dropping a large grouping of what you would think of glitter or filings of some sort, or maybe some sort of metallic gas that basically creates this large blip on radar, which is then typically used to hide something on radar. So if there's something flying there and they don't want you to see it, and they don't want it even shown on radar, then these planes will fly over and spray this stuff, which will just totally light up the radar screen. So according to this meteorologist, that's what it was. A story from the Courier and Press pointed out that military bases sat near the areas where the blips appeared: Fort Campbell in Kentucky and Scott Air Force Base in western Illinois. However, if this was a case of military chaff being sprayed into the air, and if it did indeed come from a C-130, well, that plane didn't come from either of those military bases. Whatever aircraft it was not a Scott Air Force Base craft, and that was said by Master Sergeant Thomas Dosher on Tuesday morning. It did not come from their base. Then we had a spokesman for the Fort Campbell base, who also said that they did not know of any such operation, and that the only way that the plane could have come from Fort Campbell, he said, was if it was involved in a secret Special Forces exercise. Requests for comment from the FAA and the Evansville airport weren't returned as of Tuesday afternoon, so the questions remain. Where did the plane come from? And why was someone supposedly releasing chaff into our atmosphere, aside from the obvious, which is that they were providing cover for a fleet of unidentified flying saucers, maybe? Maybe we'll find out in the next couple of days, but the mystery still lingers. So there you guys have it. Basically, they caught this mystery blip on radar, as you're seeing here. Originally thought that a military plane had flown by and dropped some chaff, which is the stuff that covers up the atmosphere to hide whatever they want hidden. So the big question is, what did they want hidden that they felt the need to spray this chaff? And what's even stranger is that neither of these bases are saying that they have had any planes anywhere near this area. They're both denying it. So if it wasn't a plane from either of those bases where this occurred, then where did it come from? Did it come from a plane at all? And is it chaff at all? Is it something else mysterious that has appeared on radar here? Because at the end of the day, the theory of it being chaff was just from an ordinary pilot who said, well, I think it's probably chaff being sprayed by a plane, but there's nothing to confirm that. So at the end of the day, something strange appeared on radar here. It wasn't rain, and from the info we're getting, it wasn't planes spraying anything. So what was it? And that is the question. So I wanted to bring this to your guys' attention. Tell me what you think below. We have any military aficionados, aviators who might be able to help us out with this one. Put it down below. In the meantime, head over, check out that interview. You just might learn something new or interesting about me. But as always, stay tuned to the channel. Much more coming. You guys have a great rest of your night or day, and I will see you back in just a bit.